In the world of reviewing things, I like to review more than just guns. I like to review everything that impacts our lives. I've done cars, I've done trucks, I've done all kinds of different things because it's reviews it, it's not gunzoos it. So here we are. Before we get started, one is we're having a raffle right now. This raffle is for my personal nonprofit. It's not mine, it was started years and years ago. I am now the treasurer of it, but it's called Hope Inc. and we're getting ready at the end of August into September. We are leaving for Kenya to go support the school that teachers in my community did. There'll be a link below. If you would like to donate, we would love it. We do have a raffle going on. I will put a description and a link to the raffle too. Please donate, and if you can, we're at 20,000 subscribers now. Let's push that thing up to 25,000. Please like and subscribe this video. But what we're talking about today isn't guns, isn't cars. It is the Aipas M2 Pro mountain bike right here on Reviews It. Now, if you look at the 10 bests and you look at all the different reviews going on and the different, I would guess you would call bicycle aficionados out there that talk about the best bikes for this and the best bikes for that. And this just came in. It's the Aipas M2 Pro. Now, every time I see a top 10 list with bikes, you hear names like Aventon. Electric is a big one. They spend a lot of money buying influencers. Electric, not electric, electric. They have full-on mountain bikes, city bikes, and folding bikes, the full line of them. And they talk about being American, but no, they're made in Cambodia and China, just like this bike is back here. And you look at like Trek and Schwinn and Zero and Velotric and all these different ones, that's the only ones they ever talk about. There is probably, I don't know, 300 different electric bike companies coming out of China right now. It's like the big thing coming out of China right now. And so I said, I want to get a bike, but I don't want to spend too much money for it. If I go to Fresno, right up here, there's only 2 companies that carry e-bikes. One of them doesn't have any in stock at all, and the other one only carries Trek and Specialized $7,000 bikes. A good friend of mine, he's been on this channel before, bought an electric cycle in Visalia, and he's lost weight and he's done a bunch of things. He says, you got to get one of these things. So, when I started looking into them, I started looking, and one of my faults, or one of my quinkadinks, is that when I look for something, I deep dive. I look for everything in the market. I look and see what everybody's talking about and what nobody's talking about. I do care about bad companies. And there's this lady, e-bike Latina or something like that, or she has like a South American accent, but super nice, seems like lady on the channel. And she talks about fraud in the company. And then I started looking deeply into bikes. I saw the electrics, I saw the Aventons, I saw the Velotrics and the TSTs and all these bikes, and everybody's talking about them, everybody's raging about them. And then I start getting these ads. You look for one thing on the internet and then you get ads, right? And I start seeing this ad for the Aipas bikes. And then I started looking at different videos of them, and I found out that there were a few videos that were, what would you call, influencer videos. But at the end of the day, a lot of people that had purchased them were just trying them out. And then I said, you know what, I want to see if this is a legit company. I know it's China, and China's they got to make money. They're doing their thing too. I get it. So, it says California. I called the 800 number for, I haven't bought a bike yet, and somebody immediately answered. Asked a couple questions, and then the next day I called I've already bought a bike one, and I left a message, but within 3 hours they called me back. Now I messed up my order. I ordered the wrong seat, so they turned around and actually, before they shipped, switched seats for me. That's pretty cool. And it came with a bunch of add-ons. A back rack, there goes electric bike right now. A back rack, a phone holder, a bike lock, and something else. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Finally, I started really looking into it, and what I wanted was a suspension bike with fat tires. I wanted a lot of power because I'm 220 pounds, and I wanted to be able to do long distance at the same time because I'm going to start riding it to work every day. I'm going to really start riding a lot now. It's been a great July here in Central California, nice and I don't know, not so hot, I guess you might say. But what I'm doing is I needed a bike that did those things. Now looking at it, I didn't want to spend too much money. Here is my invoice, $949 plus they took off another 30 bucks or 20 bucks plus they added on all those add-ons. I added a seat and I added a bag for the back. It was 1,100 bucks out the door, shipped to my house. Now shipped on the 13th, arrived here. Today is the 29th, 16 days from origin to Los Angeles, from Los Angeles to my house. Not too bad for shipping. Not too bad for shipping. I haven't even looked at it yet. It's still in the box. It just arrived. The FedEx guy just left right here. My son and I are going to build it. We're going to put it together. And we're going to see if the bike is everything they say it is and what the people that have purchased them say it is. Let's see, what else do I have on here? Yeah. I think I hit all the talking points that I needed to talk about. But you know what? I'm going to do some, if you need to learn how to build this bike, there's a guy on the internet. I'll put the link in the description below. Okay? I'll put the link in the description below. And just know that he does a great job. I don't want to double do him. If you want to know how to build your own bike, just click right there. It's a great video. I don't need to waste time, but I'm going to go real quick through us building the bike in my living room. And then we're going to get out, and my son, who's been riding bikes for years, and me, who are trying to keep up with him, are going to give it a whirl on the street. Let's get to building this bike. Like I said yesterday, we're going to build this thing in my living room because it's hotter than Hades outside. And if you want to see the video, you can go to the link below. There's a guy that does an excellent job, and that's what I'll be following today to build this motorcycle. But for now, let's go into some speedy bike building. You know, building the bike, after watching the video 3 or 4 times, was actually very, very simple. Just following steps 1 through about 8 and watching out for little things like losing washers and making sure that everything comes off the bike correctly. There was a ton of zip ties and packaging, not a scratch on the bike when we got it. And my son and I just went step by step to go through, and we did drop a washer and find that, and then we had a little trouble with getting all the little fenders and stuff on, but it wasn't bad at all. With the pedals, you got to make sure that you're turning them the right direction. There's a little sign on the pedals that tells you which way to turn them to put them on. This bike was very, very simple to build, especially after watching the video and following the book. Well, about 45 minutes later, my son and I got this thing all put together. We have a couple less things we got to just finish up real quick, but it is done. We're going to let the battery charge a little bit more. It came with a little toolkit that we did not use because I have my own tools and I didn't like using little things when I do these projects. We did use a little bit of blue Loctite on the rack and the fenders, the little bolts there, just to keep them a little more snug so they don't get loose and start rattling on us. It came with this dampening grade 6.0, whatever that means, phone holder. The problem is the plastic is too soft and the bolt pulled right through the plastic and broke it. There you go. That's that. It's got a bike lock. Got a bike lock right here. Little instruction manual that comes with it. But like I said, watch that video. I watched it 2 or 3 times to make sure I did it right. And there it is. It's got a QR code on the back. Instruction manual is pretty in depth. But once again, the video is just as easy or even better. Let's get this battery charged up and get it out on the road, see what it looks like. The bike is all set up now. I've taken it on a couple test rides. Getting used to it, first time ever ride a bike. I did install the new bag on the back here. Love this hard-sided bag that you get with the bike if you want to order it for an extra, I don't know, 50 bucks or something like that. You get this bag here. I got the big seat on it. And I've unlocked it already. So I'm gonna go down the street and back, and then you guys have met Austin before on my Reviews It channel with my guns. He's gonna come try this out. He's never been on an e-bike before. I wanna see what his opinion is of it. So ready to go. I'm just gonna run over here as soon as that car comes around the corner. I'm gonna run over down the street and back. So far, I've given about 10 miles on this thing, and holy cow, is this the smooth operator. I mean, it is unreal how smooth this bike is. And I am looking forward to giving it a tour. So I'm gonna go back that way, just follow me that way, and I'll be right back, and then you get to try it, okay?
Alrighty.
So if you pedal, it's like hitting the throttle. It's unreal. Holy mackerel. So when I first started out, I was in 0 pedal assist. Because every time you turn it on, it goes back to 0. Okay? So when I got to the bottom, I was like, man, this is sluggish. Oh crap, boom, 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 I went up to 5. And what a difference. You ready to give us a try?
Yeah.
All right, let's switch places. Okay, so this is your throttle. It's a half throttle right here. You can see it's just half your grip. There's your modes for 1 through 5. You're on 5 right now.
Okay.
I'll take my phone off so if it falls off, you don't feel guilty. You got your horn, you got your headlights, tail lights, all that stuff.
Okay.
All right, what I want you to do is do the exact same thing I just did. You're on number 5, pedal assist.
Okay.
You can either use throttle or pedals, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But try both.
All right.
And head up and go down. Okay, there's no cars coming, go for it.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh dear Lord. That's 110 Newton meters of torque right there. It makes you feel like Superman riding a bike, doesn't it?
I like it. It picks up pretty well.
Yeah, try and pick this thing up though.
That's weight to it too.
So what do you think?
I like it.
This is the most affordable e-bike I have ever found on the web.
Okay.
I got a lot of commercials for it. Compared to all the other bikes out there, this one here has the rear suspension, front suspension. It's got 85-mile range.
Okay.
With pedal assist, 40 without. It's just unreal. And guess what I'm riding to work from now on?
This?
Just fun. Like I said, riding to work. I leave for work at about 5:45 in the morning. I pick up my dad, and then we head to breakfast. And you know what? Every day with my dad is a great day. So going out with my dad every morning is something that I prioritize. From my house here, I go over to the main road and head towards the railroad tracks, get to his garage, and then we head over to breakfast. I come back, and then coming up Dowdy and across town, I head over. And I found, though, that when you're in small streets, being in level 5 does not work. Maybe level 4, level 3 pedal assist, because with stop signs and going back and forth, it's just one of those things. Let's get this wrapped up. I've got 20 miles over the last day and a half on this bike, and let me talk about the pluses first. Pluses. Holy cow, is this thing fast. When you're at 36 miles an hour, it's very hard to keep up with pedaling in 7th gear. Straight up. Ride, wonderful. Quiet. No rattles, no nothing. Yes, I did use blue Loctite on all of the little screws and stuff. But my God, what a great ride this bike has. Going through the gears, easy peasy. Everything was tight and working perfectly right out of the box. Installation was simple. And I don't understand. There's a lot of bike companies out there. There's a ton of bike companies out there, but I mean, really, at the end of the day, are they really that much different? They all have the same Shimano parts. They all have the same things. This one's got the 1800 watt rear motor. I'm 200 and plenty pounds, and it's got no problem pushing me around. No problem at all. My son and I have been riding now for a couple days, and I tell you, this bike has been more than I expected, and I am so glad that I took the time to research and find the bike that best fit my needs. Well, there you go. The Aipas M2. I wish, oh, and okay, I didn't talk about it. Never mind. Here's my cons. One, the Aipas M1 that doesn't have this bar right here doesn't come in this color. I wanted that color. I didn't want purple. I didn't want green. I wanted the silver color, like this one that has a touch of blue in it. So it doesn't come in that color. I would have bought the pass-through one because, you know, I'm 55 years old. I don't want to hike my leg up over things, but I wanted that color more than I wanted the pass-through. Number two, right here. This needs to be softer because my knuckle grinds into this as I'm riding, because I like being really tight up here on the grips, and my hands kind of migrate to that portion, so it gets a little bit rough on my knuckle when I'm riding. But other than that, once you get used to the gearing and once you get used to the different modes, I am so glad that I took the time to research and not just buy what everybody else buys for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. $949 for this bike. You ask them, they'll give you free shipping. Their service, haven't had their service, but their sales service before and after sale have been very responsive to me just because I asked. Just because I asked. I can't complain. I can't complain at all about what I've got here in this bike. My son loved riding it. My buddy loved riding it yesterday. And you know, think about it. If you're looking for a bike, the Aipas M2 Pro Xterrain, or whatever they call it, is what this bike is. Go to the website. I'll put a link below. And if you need to learn how to build it, the link will be below too. Don't forget, we got our raffle going on. Until that's done, I'll leave a link up below. And don't forget that you got to subscribe, because we got to get to 25,000 subscribers because of you. Thank you so much for watching Reviews It.